So the next job here, I'm just going to remove the fuel filler. I've actually bought a fuel cell to put in the back, but in order to do that I basically need to remove the air tank is just underneath in the back there. Need to remove that plummet up to the front here, but I've got a hoist arriving here on the 8th of March, so I'm going to leave it until then so I can get underneath and do all that properly. Until then I've got plenty of work to do. I've got the body work on all of this side here, I've got the cab to do, the cowl, and all inside as well. So I've got plenty to do up until that point in time, and so for now we're just going to remove the fuel filler, remove the hose inside here. If we need to put any fuel in here we'll just tip it in the top, but this thing being on bags, it's pretty important that I just keep it drivable, just so I can lift it up, move it around, and lower it back down again. So yep, and I went over to my scrap pile over there and I got the hood off one of the old bump sides, so this should be okay. The sheet metal will be the same gauge thickness, so we've just drawn a bit of a cutout here that we're going to use. We'll grind it off so we remove all the rust, but this will be a handy piece actually for doing patch panels and doing bits and pieces. That roof actually flew off when I was trailering at home, so it's no good anyway, so that'll be excellent. No worries. Well, we'll start cutting this out and then we will weld it into the fuel filler hole there. I've pulled the fuel filler neck out and just ground around the fuel filler section there. Got my piece here ground back nicely, so that will go in there like so. I will tack the lower section in and just bend it as I keep welding around it. That should fit in there nicely. Then I'll be able to just skim it with some body filler just to flush it all off. Okay, so got the fuel filler cap welded in there and all ground back. Going to put some rust converter, rust treatment on there so it doesn't go rusty, and yeah, then we'll put a little bit of fiberglass filler over it because it's sitting slightly recessed, which is the whole idea, and then we'll put bodywork over the top when we go ahead and do this in this entire panel here. So it's a we've got some Easy Foss here. It's a bare metal treatment. Just stops any rust or corrosion, so just going to spray that on the freshly welded piece here. Well, I'm back onto the bodywork on the driver's side, left hand side of the unibody here. That's where the fuel filler was, so just got a little bit of Bondo over the top of that, welded it all nice and flush. So I've got the majority of this top section here sanded. Just got that last little bit there to block back. I'm just breaking this down into sections, so I will tackle this top section above the that body line there first. Then I'll probably do this, actually I'll probably do the front quarter first, that's a bit straighter. Get my eye in a little bit and then I'll do the rear quarter. This one's got quite a few dents in there, as you can see, so I've got to hammer some of those out before I do anything. Yeah, but I'll just keep chipping away at it and I will get there eventually. Okay, pretty much finished body working the left hand side of the tub here. both these panels. This section down here needed a lot of shaping and everything, had to knock quite a few high points down, but yeah, managed to get him looking fairly straight. And now we're just going to go over here, going to weld up the antenna hole and then bodywork that, and then I can just roll it in the booth and just sand the rest of it down and get the whole thing ready for primer. I don't know if you can see it, I've got the little filler piece for the aerial in there, so I'll just plug weld that up and then we can start body working it. Okay, so I nearly got the unibody ready for primer. I just ran out of fuel and I'm going to remove the inner tank anyway, so now's as good a time to do it as any. So I've just mounted a little auxiliary tank here, just plumbed it into the fuel pump. That's alright, that's missing the radiator blade there by a good 3 inches or so. Got him nice and secure there, so that should be okay until we mount the rear tank. And just dug all the seam sealer out of the roof gutters here, had the old seam sealer in there. Done around all the windows as well, just dug any remnants of any sealant in there or whatever from the windscreen. Yeah, so she's almost ready for primer. I've just got to basically give it a good blow down, go and prep the booth because I've been sanding in the booth, so I just got to go inside here and just prep it all, clean it up, pressure clean it, just get everything out of here and then get it ready for primer tomorrow. So just going to prep everything so tomorrow morning come straight in, just shoot the primer on there. It'll be an easy day being a Sunday morning. So now that's exciting. I'm really happy to be able to get to this stage. It does take a bit of work, even though I'm not going whole hog on this thing, but it still takes a fair bit of time and effort just to do it like this. Got the booth all cleaned out, got it from sanding mode to painting mode. I just squirt it all out. I've got a high pressure hose here. I do all the walls, ceilings, the whole lot, and I've got a drain in the far corner down there and everything just goes out there. So yep, pretty much got it all ready to roll. So I'll go and put the unibody in here now and we can start masking it up. here we go. We've got the Unibody in primer on the exterior at least. You know, it's come up pretty nicely. There's a couple little areas that I need to touch up, but that's alright, they won't be too hard to do. But everything's come up really good. I got rid of all the seam sealer out of the roof gutters here. Yeah, the roof's come up good. The back of the cab has come up really nicely. All this side of the bed here's come up good as well. Got a couple little spots to touch up, but yeah, all's good. And the back, I've done a fair bit of body work on the that back valance panel there to straighten it out, so that's looking a lot straighter. So that's about it for this episode. This week, it's Sunday now. This week coming up, going to tackle the interior, take the fuel tank out, just pull everything off the dash so we can paint the dash and prime it first, and we'll get some primer on that probably in the first half of this week. And after that, we will start probably blocking all the other panels back and start trying to get everything straight so we can put it all back together, and or put colour on it first obviously, and then put it all back together. No worries guys, thanks for watching, and I will keep you updated. Have a good weekend. Cheers.